Hey guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat for Tuesday, the 13th of October 2020. Our main news item of the day comes from CNN Business and Disney to overhaul its entertainment business with focus on streaming. And of course, that means Disney Plus. Now we're going to go through that article, talk about its ramifications, what it might mean good and bad in the world of Star Wars. Then I want to end it with some staggeringly good limited edition prints from Bottleneck Gallery. We are streaming live. There's public holidays, so we've been a bit up and down, but most days, hey, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and on demand on Patreon audio, 4 p.m. West and 7 p.m. East and 9 a.m. in Australia. But because of the time delay, it's Tuesday to Saturday. Let's check out what's happening in the chat. Sam Carey's here. Sam Carey's been causing a lot of laughs on Twitter in the last 24 hours, but we'll talk about that when Corey returns on Thursday. Kieran Dodrell's here. Ian Gallagher, one Marvel fan. Good to see you, everyone. Let's get this article up. And this is like, I do want to do a little bit of hey, I told you so. But when people were all about, oh, you don't need a Mandalorian trailer, it's the number one, it's going to be number one no matter what. Number one is not good enough right now because every other revenue stream in the Disney Corporation is down, whether it's parks, whether it's merchandise, like film is, like, what is that now, zero? They're making a couple $1 million from an Empire Strikes Back re-release that why they don't have it in Los Angeles drive-ins does my head in. But most revenue streams are and streaming. Like before COVID, it was already sort of like the next battleground of all these media mega companies. But now that COVID's here and going out is even, people want to stay home. Well, they don't want to, but they're going to stay home more than ever. It is imperative that shows like The Mandalorian aren't just number one, but they are getting millions more people to subscribe. And to do that is to have the must-see program. And I feel like, especially with this second season, everyone's caught up. And if it comes to the party, we're going to have a huge surge of Mando hype, a huge surge of casual fans back to the Star Wars universe. I know when The Mandalorian's on, I can tell just by like podcast downloads, things go up because, it's like a movie jump. Not as dramatic. A movie month, you can tell when movies come out when you look at the graph on my podcast stats. But let's go to this anyway. Let's get this one up here. Disney to overhaul its entertainment business with focus on streaming by Frank Pallotta, CNN Business. And I also will talk about why, as a Star Wars fan, you should care about this. Because the more that Disney can generate money through Disney Plus, through Star Wars, the more they're going to reinvest and make more Star Wars on Disney Plus. We'll talk about the movies and stuff, but I would not be. I'm worried about the movies, you guys, but if we can push all that creative output to Disney Plus, it's given the circumstances of the planet, it could be a good enough outcome for Star Wars fans. New York Business, CNN Business, if there was any question that Disney Plus is the center of Disney's media empire. Now, you got like the center of all the things Disney makes. They are now like, this is going to be the nucleus of it. The company took away all doubt on Monday. Disney announced a major reorganization of its media and entertainment business on Monday to further accelerate its streaming strategy. So as I was talking about, prior to COVID, this was the new big battleground where everyone was going to stake their claim on their part of the streaming pie. Netflix, HBO, Peacock, HBO Max, whatever it's called now. Even in things like, the UFC, which you actually get from a Disney company. ESPN, I think, does UFC now on streaming. You got the WWE network. They took all their pay-per-views off traditional pay-per-view and put it on this network, $10 a month streaming, or around that. So it was already the big new growth for these companies to pile into. And as I was saying, now more than ever, particularly, we'll finish this. We'll do this and I'll come back to that. The company's stock was up about 5% in the hours trading following the news. So the stock market reacted to this was a positive, making this move increase their confidence that Disney will continue to be profitable, or more profitable than they did the day before. This is further proof that the direct-to-consumer model is not only well received, but more critical ever to Disney's future, said Trip Miller, a Disney investor and managing partner at hedge fund Gulan Capital Partners. These moves will not only result in higher quality content and focused distribution, but allow the company to streamline corporate complexity and hopefully lower expenses. Miller also said the move will allow Disney to further monetize in-demand content and possibly make up for revenue and profit lost in other divisions this year. Under the reorganization, Disney will create a new media and entertainment distribution group that will be in charge of monetizing content via distribution and ad sales. The group will oversee blah, 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 Disney Plus. While the reorganization is a major announcement, it's not necessarily a surprising one. Disney Plus has quickly become the focal point and a saving grace of Disney's business this year as COVID-19 pandemic has ravaged its bottom line. The global health crisis delayed Disney's films, stalled productions, and has shuttered parks and resorts for months, which have led to massive layoffs. However, Disney Plus has thrived. The streaming service, which isn't even a year old yet, has more than 60 million subscribers. Wow, I didn't realize it was that much. The company told investors last year that it projected Disney Plus would have 60 million to 90 million global subscribers by 2024. The news of the reorganization comes just a week after activist investor Dan Loeb said that Disney should permanently suspend its $3 billion in annual dividend payments and invest that money back into Disney Plus. We are confident that Disney can build a direct-to-consumer business that will meaningfully exceed its current cable TV and box office revenue streams, but only if the company leans into this opportunity and invests more aggressively. Thank you, CNN.com. I'm back on the big screen. So, what does this mean for Star Wars? I feel like what it means for the movies, it's not good. It is not good because not only are they under these, like, who knows when they can, get a feature film going again, but who knows what is going to happen in 2 years with like COVID, and if there's going to be a vaccine, like how that's going to be accepted by the community. It's like it is so like who can predict 2021? Not I, or 2022. So if cinemas can reopen normally by say 2022, 2023, I think like a lot of the population is going to be like scarred a little, and not, they're going to want to limit like them what they're going to go see in a film, in a cinema. Like, you know, let's, if there's a new Star Wars film and I can be relatively safe that I'm going to go see it, whether it's social distancing or there's a cure, whatever, I'm not going to see it like 10 times in the cinema. I'm going to be like, me personally, and I think there'll be a lot of people like this, I would, I'd see it once and then maybe go for a morning, like I'm just not going to be like, hey, I've got spare 3 hours, I'm going to go see it whenever I can. And that's going to bring down the box office just on that repeat, like the nutbag dollar. So that's a bad thing. The good thing is Disney needs content to continually, like I know on HBO, there's continually new shows starting. Like Disney does have like the A-grade back catalog. You've got all the Disney films, all those cartoons, all Star Wars, all Marvel, all Simpsons. It's the back catalog is huge, but it does give people a window to unsub for a while and then wait for the new season of The Mandalorian. When you're on HBO, one thing ends, there's two other things starting. And Disney hasn't really, I guess because of COVID slowed down, got to flex their muscle with any Marvel shows as yet. I don't know. Has there been like Marvel cartoons? Because on the Star Wars end, they're pulling their weight. They've got Mandalorian season 2 about to hit, and we had the Clone Wars already. So it's going to mean a greater focus on televised streaming Star Wars, but it might limit the chances they will take with it, because they need like mainstream bang for their buck releases. I don't know if the Cassian thing would get up now if it wasn't really already under the way, because I sort of feel like, all right, well, I think their best bet is continuing at all costs the Mandoverse, because it's already a hit. People love it. And we're about to then, like, if they do other, shows around the place, you'll have people in that Mandalorian, space. Then they're going to be Kenobi. They've got to get their head around that time frame. Then Cassian. It's like, it's fine for us that we can do it, but like I know people that went to see Rogue One and was like, where the hell is Rey? So that will get confusing, and having to reintroduce everyone. If you get an ongoing story that then you can splinter out, whether it's Cara Dune, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and then splinter them into separate shows, then come back for a mega event, your end game, if you will, like that would be huge money and safe money. Luke Skywalker in the Mandoverse. And that if it was my money, Get that Luke Skywalker into the Mandoverse ASAP. Not in the Mandalorian. Maybe you could introduce him into that, but as I was saying, split off, come together for an event in a couple years, and people can jump from the different shows, but they're in the same timeline, like the Marvel universe, how it just travels slowly as it jumps across from character to character, which was, a brilliant move. There's two ways that you're going to satiate like the audience, the hardcore Star Wars audience, and that's like references, just like blah 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 blah. But what will satiate the wider mainstream audience is a good story with those references. So remember real sets, practical effects. Remember how that was the interview ad nauseum. We need to make the viewers be very comfortable that this is going to be an interweaving story and it's all planned out. Giancarlo Esposito with his things that are going to happen in season 4 of the Mandalorian. Wait till you see that. That's the talk that we need. We need every interview, them going on about how well planned out this plotted thing is. So the viewer can settle in and go, hey, I'm going to invest my energy. I'm going to invest my brain power. I'm going to dive in to this world, and it's going to be worth it now, and it's going to be worth it later. So obviously, I wish this news wasn't here because I wish this COVID thing was not happening. But I feel like this is like, could it end up being, for a Star Wars fan getting content, a good outcome? I definitely don't want films on. I just think that's a waste of the platform to do like a low budget film or a high budget film and release that as a 2-hour thing, because in 2 hours it's done. There's like, you only need to be subscribed for 2 hours to watch it. Whereas if you do that 2 hours, you spread it out over 6 episodes, then, maybe, or 8, however, but just say 6, that's over a month. You get 2 investments, and also you get all that engagement from idiots like us and you talking about it, buying products, hashtag contenting. That is like, the big benefit of a cinema is giant screen, group experience. The pro of streaming is whenever you want, and you can spread it out over weeks, tell a very engrossing story. Seemingly waste some time. I still marvel at people that talk how there was filler episodes in The Mandalorian when it all paid off by season 8 or episode 8, with also the knowledge that what didn't is going to pay off in this season. So to be able to like take your time, develop these characters, we could be in for a very enriching experience. Let's see what the chat is saying. Marvel fan says you always need a trailer no matter how good the show is. Or he said his, but I think he mean is. Well, I always say, why does Apple, why does Coke, why does McDonald's, why are they the biggest advertisers when they're already number one? Because that's how the mainstream audience, what they like, people advertise because it works. That's the deal. He did do that and say is. He also says, I understand Disney's move here, but I'm extremely terrified what this means for cinema. Who can, as I say, like, this thing could, like, it's not, like, in America, it's like, it's not better yet. It's not on the way down. So who knows how, like, towards the end of the year, there's a big coin toss in the future of the planet. So how do you know? Sam Carey says there is something about the in-theater experience that is just unparalleled for me. Hey, man, I've got some great memories about being in that cinema. The gasps, the reactions, the swear words in the Australian premiere when Tarkin revealed himself, all that good stuff, people in shock. But, man, like Empire Strikes Back is on around LA, and I just like, no, I can't. I just wouldn't, like other people might, I can't judge, but for me, I'd be anxious and just looking around to see if someone's taken off their mask, and it'd be like, I just think about the mobile phone thing, like when someone's got their phone out and they're checking their Facebook, and like that drives me crazy. I can't do that with masks. I would go mental. Emily Lind says, as worried as I am about the film industry overall with Star Wars, I try to remind myself that a few years ago, I thought I'd never get any new stuff at all. So if we only got shows for a while, that's okay. I agree. Ian Gallagher says, I don't take this as no movies again, or WE. I don't know what that is, but I'll continue. What I take this as how they can reshape the movie industry by releasing films in theaters and simultaneously on demand for the same price. I don't think they're going to do it for the same price. Yeah. They're always going to charge at home more than a movie ticket because you've got to cover yourself for the second person that would normally, I think mine was 30. I think 20 is a good deal. Possibly not. I think you should be able to download it. Can you download Disney Plus? Like, can you watch that? I feel like Milan, you can't do that. But 90% saw Cassian is starting to film in 3 weeks. Show Ian Gallagher. Yes, it is. It's very soon. Emily Lynn says, please no Kara show. Sam says November 4th for the Cassian. That's what I had in my head around then. Marvel Fan 1 says, also, I'm concerned that Disney Plus will become like Netflix and prioritize quantity over quality. I don't think so. As like my theory is because Disney, like Netflix is sort of working like not really in much IP. Like there's so much random original stuff on there that, yeah, they really do go for that shotgun approach. But I feel like in the Star Wars like IP or whatever, I don't think there's much, if they can get 2 shows out a year, that's going to be pretty amazing. So I with like the Disney shows where they're doing shows with Jeff Goldblum and, there's like Veronica Mars is doing like some cheerleading show and stuff like, yeah, fully with that. But in like Star Wars and Marvel, I don't see it happening because the production values that have been set are so high, and always also now with the what is it called, the sound, they've got a way to show off like a high production value for the lowest cost ever. Ian Gallagher also says there was 0 filler eps in Mando season 1. Yes. Well, there was episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 6, episode 7, episode 8. All filler episodes because zero Calican. Zero Calican. It was just the wait for Toro to come in. Hey, can you guys hear that bloody lawnmower? That is driving me. Okay. WE is whatever. All right. Great. Got it. So, that is the news from Disney. So, in short, I don't have high hopes for seeing a Star Wars film for a very long time. And I feel like Lucasfilm's best bet is to delve into the already loved and unexplored Mandoverse, as I like to call it. Do other people call that as well? Who knows? But do other stuff as well. But I just think you've got the fan base there. You've got Walking Dead. You're whacking your fear of the Walking Dead. One show ends, the other show continues happily ever after, killing zombies, but with stormtroopers. You guys, but with stormtroopers. Now, let's do this. I've got for those that were kind enough to order the Yub Nub and the Yodi Hawk new t-shirts. They are about to start shipping, and while they are shipping, I'm very thrilled to announce that we've got 2 new tees that are up for sale at belowthecollar.com. Belowthecollar.com/Steele Wars is where all the new prints will be released. And we have got this banger, the My War t-shirt, my little ode to one of my favorite teenage bands, Black Flag. I wasn't a teenager when they were around. It was I got into a bit later, but episode 4, A New Hope, a very cool tribute to two of my favorite things, Black Flag and Star Wars. And this one, which I'll have to swap around. The For Lovers t-shirt. Exegol is for lovers. And then down the bottom, it says in very small font, the Steele Wars Unknown Regions Tourist. I can't remember what that says down there. Oh, wait, I'll put it on this one. The Steele Wars Unknown Region Tourist Bureau put out that. So Exegol for lovers and the My War shirt are up now at belowthecollar.com/Steele Wars, and I will post a link for that in the show notes. Now, let's check out Bottleneck Gallery. It's one of those cool places like Mondo that do these screen printed poster runs through licenses. Let's get this up right here. And they did a sale this today, most of which has sold out except one, it seems like. But I just wanted to run through some of these graphics. This is all at bottleneckgallery.com. They do stuff like this all the time, so I would suggest signing up to their email or Twitter. Email is probably better, so you make sure you see it. But look at this. Todd Slatter, Luminous Beings We Are Lava Foil variant. He did a bunch of different colored variants, but look at that Yoda. That is something. I love the like it looks like an etching 12 by 12 screen print. Sold out. You're killing me. Not that I have any excess money for such things, but where did all this go? Come back here. Now this, where did all the Star Wars ones just go? This one is sick. Destiny of a Jedi. So check this out. It is seemingly a screen printed, sort of wide vision illustration of Jedi Master Ghost Luke lifting the X-Wing out of the Ukto water. But at nighttime, there's a glow on it, and the image changes to Dagobah. The X-Wing stays in the same place, and it's Yoda raising it out of the Dagobah swamp. Are you seeing this? That is insane. And I think they're releasing these every couple of hours. They release more or something. So that's the Mark Inglewood, the Destiny of a Jedi Timed Edition, $50. Banging. That is just such a good use of the license. I'm not the biggest fan of that scene. I thought it should have been Rey that lifted the X-Wing out of the water because Luke had nothing to prove. And for Rey to do it would sort of signify to her and the audience that she's ready to take on the Sith. Now, Pablo Oliveira. Oh, these are still, you can still get this, you guys. This is sick. So this is like a wide vision illustration, one thing from each of the original trilogy. And he has killed it. There is, that's better. Stop going. Stop. Let me just go one at a time. Stop. So Docking Bay 94 with like almost, it sort of looks like if Macquarie was doing paintings in 2020. It's just a little bit more detailed. But the gunfight, Han is in his classic sort of like gunslinger shooting position. Chewie's there firing away to the stormtroopers at Docking Bay 94. That is so good. The Empire one is not coming up. There it is. It is the AT-ATs versus the Snowspeeder. I love this scene. I love an AT-AT or an AT-AT. I don't know. I'm a bit burnt out on. I think that one's sort of yeah. But if you want to get the set, you got to get the set. You know what I'm saying? And then the third one, oh my stars, Luke Skywalker, just after he's gotten the blaster from, I don't know who he got it from, but with the Force in front of Jabba the Hutt in Jabba's court, and Dengar's there, a couple of Gamorreans, of course Leia in her dancer outfit, Bib Fortuna, and Boba Fett, Lando in disguise is looking a little bit worked up, and Jabba is a little bit shocked, but that is just beautiful. Beautiful. Rebecca Egwood says, just got here. So glad I missed the chat about there possibly being a Kara show. It was just an example, everyone. Wow. Don't shoot the theorist. That's my old saying. Let's see what other Star Wars ones there are to go through. Who's going on sale now? I feel like they sold them all, so they took them down. I'll type in Star Wars, see what we can get. Oh, damn. God, they've done some good ones. How about this one, this Star Wars by Gabbers? Let's get that one. Oh, Gabs. Can I make that big for you guys? Oh, look at that three-parter. So if you're just listening on the Patreon audio, it is like a three-split whole original trilogy poster. Oof. That is great. I don't know. Like sometimes I like it when you can tell it's from a photo, and sometimes I don't. I think I'm a sucker for the one here, which obviously it just looks like the storybook Return of the Jedi photo of Luke igniting the green on the sail barge. Normally I don't like that, but it's such a good photo that I'm pro. Leidra says that's nice work about the posters, and Rebecca Edwards says, "Don't shoot the theorist. How about you don't scare us like that?" Move on to the art. Come on. What else is in here? Oh, wow. This one is... I love sets. This one's sold out, but... Andy Fairhurst. God, it's annoying when you can't get it up with it. Oh. So it's... These ones are super cool. You got to check out the YouTube if you're just listening to this. So it's a set of 3. It's Luke... There's a Luke one, a Yoda one, Darth Vader one. In the Luke one, so it's a character standing at the bottom, and then there's a big planet and a ship. And Luke's one is the Death Star with Darth Vader's TIE fighter and 2 TIE fighters, but then he's standing on Tatooine, sort of looking forward to the future. Yoda's in the swamp looking out at Luke arriving at Cloud City in the X-Wing. And then Vader is looking out to the Death Star at the Millennium Falcon and an X-Wing, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it looks cool. Oh, Rebecca Edwards says, was looking at that one and willing you to click on it. You did it. So I guess that means I have force powers now. Awesome. Congratulations, Rebecca, on your force powers. Oh, damn. Look at this Falcon one. Click on the big. Go big. Rebecca will get mad at me. Oh, let's get that on the big screen. Oof. So this is the Falcon sort of going through like a sunset at Cloud City. You can't see any other ships. It's just clouds and the sun. And just these blues and greens and yellows in the clouds. That is a very good use of the license, I got to say. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed my chat about Disney Plus. Let us know if that's the sort of thing you like us talking about, to going to the business side of things. I find it really interesting because it does it does sort of predict what the future of things we are going to see. What makes money is what we're going to watch. That's why seeing Darth Maul and the gang from Solo is it was going to happen and it's not. So this stuff is important, but I do get that people just want to read books and talk about theories and all that stuff too. I enjoy talking about the business side of things, marketing, that sort of stuff. It very much interests me. But if you did like it, or even if you didn't, how about giving us a thumbs up and subscribing? I would super appreciate that. It bumps us up the rankings and all that good stuff. If you want to hear this stuff in audio every day of Monday to Friday, you can give us $1 of support on Patreon, and you get all this as audio also. So if you want to listen to it in the car, can't watch the YouTube, that's there for you. You get like at least 20 episodes a month in your ears. So that's pretty sweet. If you want to go up to $3, you get our entire back catalog, including all our bonus eps, all the Star Wars You Buy podcasts, the Robbo Reports, the Page Wars, live shows, festival shows, late night shows at Celebration, all that good stuff, just for $3, over 600 episodes. And it also supports the show. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Rebecca Edwards missed the start. She's going to go back and watch from the start. And it's going to be hard for you, Rebecca, because you won't be able to comment to me about everything I say. You'll have to just ask me a question about it on the Patreon questions and grill me that way, which I always enjoy. But thank you guys so much. Thumb it up, all that stuff. I don't know. Hope you had a good time, and may that force be with you.